Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. I am your friendly neighborhood PM here for another week of your top three market points to get you ready for your weekend. Now, you know how we like to do it. We like to keep it short and brief so we do not impede your weekend. So, without further ado, we will dive right in at point number three. And primarily, that is the labor market, where we saw initial jobless claims come in at 216,000 this past week. Now, that is its lowest level since February. Now, we have been seeing some moderation and some cooling in the labor market, but this number continues to show just how sticky and just how tight that labor market is. And really, the strength of that labor market has really been a boon for the economy this year as we've continued to kind of battle inflation and rising interest rates. Now, and number two, it's the United Auto Workers potentially going on strike here upcoming on September 14th. Now, why is that the case? Right now, that union is negotiating with all of the big major three automakers in Detroit. That is Ford, GM, and Stellantis. Now, they're negotiating simultaneously with them on a new labor contract. Now, so far, Ford and GM's counteroffers have been rejected by the union, and Stellantis did just issue theirs today. Their offer included a 14.5% raise for most of their workers, so they're going to mull that over. Now, the deadline is quickly upcoming, and if a negotiation is not struck and a deal is not struck by that point, you risk seeing roughly 146,000 workers go on strike with those three major automakers. So, we're going to keep our eyes peeled on that development and see where that goes. Now, finally, point number one, you've all probably seen maybe some headlines on this and maybe just kind of followed the market news earlier this week. Now, Apple has kind of seen a dive this past week of about 5%. Now, the reason for that is the fact that China has gone ahead and banned iPhone use for government officials, but they are now discussing potentially extending that ban to state-owned company employees as well. They are still free to use and free to buy for civilian use, but due to their supposed security concerns, they are potentially issuing a wider ranging ban like we just spoke about. So this really hit Apple hard. It's one of their largest markets and where they really make a lot of their sales. And this is really, a bad timing as it comes right on the eve of them issuing the new iPhone 15. So we'll have to see how that impacts revenues and sales going forward, but only time will tell. Now, what are we looking forward to for next week? Well, next week, as always, it's that time of the month. So really, it's just CPI numbers. So we're going to keep seeing how that inflation moderation continues to go and really where Chairman Powell's head is at and the larger Fed committee members as a whole. But otherwise, that pretty much does it for your top 3 points of this week, as well as what we're looking to for next week. So if you have any additional questions, reach out to your financial advisor, dig into the written week in review. Otherwise, go enjoy the first week of the NFL season and enjoy some college football as well. I know that I will. I'm going to be in front of my TV probably for like 11 hours on Sunday. Either way, have a great weekend. We'll see you the same time next week. Thanks. Bye.